Hello and welcome today to an episode of This Old 26er. What we have here today is a specialized 1993 Specialized Stumpjumper M2. This is a medium frame, I believe, 17-inch, purple to green colorway. Probably one of the oddest looking colorways from Specialized in the early 90s. The original spec on this bike was 7-speed triple, or actually 3x7. Dior LX, almost full Grupo minus the C-post. So it had 7-speed Dior LX, cassette, rear derailleur, front and rear hubs, which I still have, front derailleur, which is still in use, and at the time Dior LX cantilever brakes. A lot has changed on this bike through the years. It is now running, actually, it did come with a Specialized Team Chromoly stem, which I no longer have. I sold that a few years back. But starting at the front, the original direct drive chromoly rigid fork, a nuke-proof atom bomb front hub laced to a Mavic 217 Super M with straight gauge 14 gauge spokes. The original cantilever brakes changed out to a set of Avid tri-aligns, which were then changed out to a set of Shimano XT V brakes. ODI grips, 80mm nuke-proof stem, holding a transparent purple hyper light, Answer hyper light handlebar. This was cut down to, I believe, 22 inches. It's quite narrow, actually. Let's see. Tail of the tape says 20, just under 21. A little bit narrower than I thought. Got a original set of Onza bar ends. Very well used. Avid brake levers. This did come with Dior LX brifters. Now it's a thumb shifter for the rear. This is a 9-speed micro shift Or actually, I take that back. It is a road 10 speed. Converted for mountain bike use. New proof stem on a 1-inch quill to 1.125" stem adapter. Chris King headset in black. The front derailleur shifter is a Shimano 3x, I believe this is an XT. Frame, made in USA. Specialized M2 metal matrix composite. Sold under the Duralcan name. Original flight titanium saddle. This was circa 1996, 95. It's well used. Still comfortable. Still in great shape. Well, aside from that and that. But all original. Thompson Elite seat post, straight. Custom anodized purple titanium bolts. The original seat post clamp, or skewer actually. The clamp is actually part of the top of the seat post. It's integrated actually. As I said before, the original Dior LX front derailleur. And we're looking at a little over 30 years. Still pulls. No problems. Mavic 647 cranks, I believe. It's running 3x 48, 36, and the granny is a 20. I think this is a 26. And the bottom bracket is a Shimano square taper. Rear was originally a Dior LX cantilever, switched to an Avid Triline, and now also running Shimano XT V-brake. The original rims for this were Dior LX hubs, 14 gauge spokes, straight, mated to specialized X23 rims. Currently it's running a Sun Chinook 32 hole rim, I believe. 9-speed cassette. Rear hub is a Hope RS Mono. This is actually a road hub, and it has held up very well for the last decade or so of mountain biking. They probably did not expect it to be used for this purpose, but it has held up very well. So love the Hope products. Shimano DRXT rear derailleur. This bike weighs in at about 24 pounds in its current state. Some frame specs are head tube angle of 71.5 degrees. Yes, it's steep. Seat tube length of 17.5 inches, top tube length of 22 inches, with an axle to axle distance of 41 3/4 inches, and a chainstay length of 17 inches. This bike is a very good climber. I still ride it to this day. Probably 2-3 months out of the year. It's not a great downhiller, but for climbs, can't beat it. Mainly because of the steepness of the head tube. It does pick up very quick on sprints, or if you're standing on it uphill, this thing moves very well. It hooks up very nicely. Unfortunately, the downside of all this is, as you can see, the tires are on the narrow side. These are 195s. Max you can put in between that is probably 2.0, 2.1, depending on the manufacturer. But otherwise, as a 999, it ain't teabag. This bike was purchased brand new in 1993 for about $1,100 from a bike shop in Southern California called Supergo. It's no longer around. But for anybody who's from the Southern California area, lived there in the late 80s, early 90s to mid 90s, you've probably heard of Supergo. Hope you enjoyed this tour of an old 26er. See you on the next one.